Second?
It's gonna be up until the 25th of July.
July. Okay. So, is there a running team for the show?
Okay, so there's two running teams under the overheading heading of Feasting Moments. So it's the running team of Postage Stamp, which is just like snippets of like what I imagine an Antiguan lifestyle to be from my own perspective. So it's like cultural elements that I like, that I think about when I think of Antigua. And then there's the other one, which is a glimpse of awe, which is deconstructed overall arts and pieces of just something I enjoy, but it's usually like a snippet of it, all under the overall Feasting Moments theme. So it's like they're not fully completed images.
I noticed that,
Yeah.
but it felt like that was deliberate.
Yeah.
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 Is there a favorite piece?
Right now, the favorite is the one that was easiest for me to paint. That was over there.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
wrong. Oh, hilariously, it was because a friend of mine, okay, we were having conversations about the mural she was doing. She didn't want to paint any flowers. She just didn't want to paint flowers. And she was like, I don't like painting flowers. I never thought about painting flowers. A friend of mine has a picture of this, of the display image. And it was a shoot that didn't go very well for her. I like the image, I flipped the image, and I deconstructed the image to follow the suite of the theme. Honestly, if I didn't let that sit down for like a few hours, I'd have done everything in one single session. So everything happened in the same day, but I'd have done everything in one session.
Is it normal for you to get to a piece quickly or take?
It takes me no time really, but it's usually like what I do in advance. So what I tend to do is I do a mock-up, while I do a mental imagery, and I do the steps. So that what I like to do is I do the mock-up in advance so that I have one lesson to worry about. Primarily so that I don't have to like think of it on the actual painting. So I do like really tiny, minuscule inch by inch squares of the idea, and I do like, this is a general shape. But what I tend to do is like I see an image, I like the idea of the image, and I hold the subject. So sometimes the hardest thing is like, what's your subject? If you can pick your subject, that makes it easier for me. And usually I just put my subject when I use a tablet and I digitally deconstruct my reference. Then I do what I think might be a line here. Sometimes I do an actual mock-up, like the other one, the small one.
Yeah.
I do sometimes, not always, but sometimes I do a mock-up. Especially if it's something I'm like inexperienced with.
So, tell me a little bit about. Okay, because I understand you're also very involved in robotics and all this kind of stuff. So to me, that's different sides of the brain. So tell me about.
You'd imagine.
Yeah, I do, because I know that that side of my brain will work. But
okay.
I guess what I'm asking is, what made you the complete person that you are in terms of an artist and all the elements that contribute to it? Like,
I think it's all the same side of a person. Reality, like I say, you'd imagine it's a different thing, but my experiences with robotics has been, it seems more complex than it is, but it's the same problem. You have to pick your subject, and sometimes you just have to pick your problem. So like when we're doing robotics, it's what is the thing we're trying to do? What is not working? So like today, I had sensor problem. Now me and there wasn't a lot of people in because it was Teen Splash today, so we actually forgot about Teen Splash. So we're like, oh, where are all the kids? Well, like, I spent some time today with a child, Elijah, and he was like, this isn't working.
It's my nephew, right?
I know. But the public doesn't. The public doesn't. It sounds like I'm just name dropping Elijah, but yeah. So Elijah, your nephew, my cousin. So Elijah and I are trying to figure out what's going on, because Elijah is a past student of mine. So he knows this should work. I know this should work. We're looking over the wires, looking over the code, like something's not working. Or we're looking for all of our like past material. Like something is like we need this to work, but it's not working. And it's just like the overall is we need the solution. So like, what's the subject here? And we know this is a specific problem. And the only difference might be instead of like me wondering about colors in this, I'm worrying about wires over there. Because like in my mind, it doesn't feel much different.
But is it received different in the public? Like, the people respect your artistic side as much as they respect your science side?
They actually don't even know the overlap. A lot of my students don't like paint, which is hilarious to me because like it's not like I hide it. I tell them constantly, this is not my day job. I don't teach anymore.
Where's your day job?
This is where I am. So, like they see me
where
teaching.
were you teaching?
Well, I was teaching at Mill Academy at one time. I was teaching at UNICEF at one time, robotics. But also I was teaching at those tutoring at one time. So primarily I taught after classes were like partial bits. But like I'm primarily an artist now. and they have.
So you're able to do this full time now?
Yes, yes.
That's
With
beautiful.
the assistance of Dylan, he and I tend to do a lot of work together, and we try to make it work. We like to say we choose our suffering, and this is the suffering that we choose. You had enough? Alright, no problem. I'll see you in a few.
It's a beautiful suffering because you make beautiful art. I mean, I think you know that. You seem very confident about your.
I think at this point in time, if someone doesn't like it, I am okay with it being on my wall. And if I'm only willing to put it up if it's okay with me being on my wall. Because if no one buys it, I'm okay. I can just hang it up at home.